After that long overdue visit to Ruby, Sokapiram knew there was one more thing left undone. The next morning, she woke her daughters early. "We're going to Dea Bonema," she said. Value looked at Ruby, confused. Ruby blinked. "Just like that?" Sokapiram nodded. "Just like that. It's time I face home. And it's time you both see where your blood came from." They arrived in Abonima by noon. The streets hadn't changed much, water-laced air, houses standing on legs over the river, and the scent of roasted fish in the breeze. Sokapiram stood at the old family compound gate and hesitated before knocking. The wooden door creaked open, and out stepped a grey-haired woman in a wrapper and faded blouse. She gasped. "Soki." It was her mother. Sokapiram dropped her bag and ran into her arms. They held each other tight, rocking back and forth, the years of separation pouring out in tears. Then came a voice from within the house. "Tamuno e. Sokapiram, my Abijaribo. My golden baby." It was Mr. Diamete, her father. He stumbled outside, eyes wide, voice cracking. "Why did it take you so long to come home? I thought I would die without setting my eyes on you." He raised his hands. "Dabo Imiat. Tamuno Ibakam. Thank you for letting me behold my daughter." Tears streamed down his face. "I'm sorry for disowning you. It was out of anger. You chose that house and man over family. But it broke me." He hugged her like a drowning man finding the shore. Then he turned to the two young women watching with awe. "Are these my grandchildren?" "Yes," Sokapiram whispered. He faced them. "What are your names?" "I'm Ruby," said the elder Value. The younger replied. Their grandmother rushed forward, wrapping her arms around them and Sokapiram. "My children, my legacy." She looked at the young boy standing by the fence and called, "Go and call Sakari, tell her Saki is back." That night, the family gathered under the stars. They ate onunu and fisherman's stew. Sitting on low benches, laughter rose like incense. Grandpa Diamete couldn't stop talking. "Your mother was the queen of our street. Always acting dramas in school, dancing in every village festival." They all laughed. Ruby and Value sat there, not as visitors but as daughters of the soil. The next day, the compound turned into a festival ground. Distant relatives arrived with plantain, fish, gifts, wrappers, old friends, curious neighbors. Everyone came to greet Sokapiram. That evening, as the lanterns flickered, Sokapiram sat with her parents and daughters beneath the mango tree. She told them everything about Yo, about Mrs. Rafiat, about Aisha, about the betrayal, the tears, the silence. "I was too ashamed to come back," she whispered. "I thought I had failed you." Her father reached for her hand. "You're here now. That's all that matters." They stayed for 2 weeks. Sakari, Sokapiram's favorite sister, arrived the next morning. The moment she saw her sister, she dropped her basket and ran across the yard barefoot. They embraced, sobbing. "You came home," Sakari said. "You finally came home." The compound was alive with stories, hugs, and reconnection. Ruby learned to roast fresh fish with her grandmother. Value sat daily with Grandpa Diamete, who taught her the culture and traditions of the Kalabari people. How names were chosen, what the drums meant, how to greet elders. Ruby had never felt more whole. In Abonima, she found something deeper than healing. She found belonging. After the reunion in Abonima, where Ruby found belonging, Sokapiram and her daughters returned to Port Harcourt to start a new chapter. Sokapiram started a foodstuff business and began teaching. Ruby managed the business and her own small stand selling handmade products. One evening, Value rushed in. "Ruby, they want you on radio. You're going to share your whole story." The radio show went viral. Soon, Ruby was invited to speak at conferences and schools. She stood before young girls and spoke boldly. I was once a girl who mistook pain for love. I was wrong. Don't wait until you're broken to choose yourself. Look before you leap. My motto is simple. Catch them young. Her mother and values stood by her, cheering the loudest. Her message spread across Rivers State and beyond. It even reached Yobe. The news moved like wildfire until it finally reached Mr. Diamond. He sat quietly as the name Ruby Diamond played on the car radio. Her voice confident and powerful. He turned it off. Shame filled his chest. This was the same daughter he once said would never amount to anything. He poured out his anger on his aged mother and Aisha. He screamed. He sulked. But he never called. Pride wrapped him in chains. He still believed one day they would return to beg, to seek his blessing. But deep down, he knew they didn't need him anymore. It was a quiet Sunday evening. Value was in the kitchen humming I Be Common Person by Burna Boy. Sokipiram was sorting dry crayfish. Ruby was sipping chilled Zobo on the veranda, writing on her journal. She turned to her, said, "A lot has happened, but instead of breaking us, it made us stronger." Her sister responded from the kitchen, "Yes, sir," and her mother added, "We are grateful for growth." She wrote down on her journal, "Through the turbulence I survived." Ruby Diamond, she was no longer a girl in misery. She was a woman made of fire and diamonds. A voice, a legacy, forged by heartbreak, but no longer bound by it.